and welcome to Grand Tastings 27. I'm Diane Williams, President and CEO of JBWS. We are so excited that you've joined us for this wonderful event, and thank you for supporting JBWS's life-saving work. At JBWS this year, we're proudly honoring 45 years of providing safety, support, and solutions for all victims of domestic violence, and you are helping to save lives by supporting this event today. We're especially pleased that after holding Grand Tastings virtually in 2020, we're able to safely get back together here at the amazing Pleasantdale Chateau this year. And what's especially exciting is that we're offering this incredible virtual option so you can participate with us in real time with our live stream of this enchanting evening from the comfort of your home, office, or wherever you choose. So to our virtual attendees today, welcome and thank you for being here with us from afar. This evening, you're going to see our chefs in action. We have over 20 participating. You'll get a view of over 10 purveyors of fine wine, beer, and spirits. You'll see us recognize our corporate honoree Verizon and our distinguished service honoree Judy O'Hagan. You'll hear stories of hope and resilience from survivors. You'll experience our thrilling Fund the Mission call to action. And most importantly, you can be a part of the event by participating in the online auction or making a donation through the GiveSmart site. Text GT 2021 to 76278 or visit gt2021.givesmart.com and you're in. I don't have to tell you the toll that 2020 took on all of us. The challenges we experienced in 2020 have impacted our work well into 2021, and we need your support more than ever to continue to carry on our mission. As you know, throughout the pandemic, JBWS has kept its doors open to serve our clients, and our brave staff continues to work on the front line to provide services. Grand Tastings is JBWS's premier fundraising event. For over 25 years, this highly coveted event has raised funds to support all JBWS programs and services. And this year, with your help, our goal is to raise $400,000. An event like today's doesn't happen without the hard work and dedication of a tremendous team, including Kelly Kurtzman, our event chair. Over to you, Kelly.
Thank you, Diane. I'm so excited to be here today. I'm Kelly Kurtzman from Verizon, and I'm honored to serve as the chair for Grand Tastings 27. And I'm especially grateful that Verizon is an honoree at this year's event. There's so much more in store for you tonight, and I'm eager to take you into the Pleasantdale Chateau for our live stream program, but I want to do a quick shout out to all who've come together to bring this extraordinary event to you. Thank you to the Grand Tastings 27 Committee, our generous sponsors, donors, and participants, Chef co-chairs Corey Heyer and Ryan DiPercio, and all of our chef participants. We know our chefs have also experienced tough times, and we're grateful that they're here today and will continue to support them in their efforts as they rebound. Our Master of Ceremonies and Wine and Beer and Spirits Coordinator, Gary Fish, from Gary's Wine and Marketplace, and all the wine, beer, and spirit purveyors. Our volunteers and JBWS staff, the staff at the Pleasantdale Chateau and Amelia Signature Events, and Media Cutlet, our video production team. Be sure to check out our digital program on the GiveSmart site with all the details about this evening's event. Don't forget, you can be an active participant today when you text GT 2021 to 76278 or visit gt2021.givesmart.com. And now, without further ado, get ready to experience a grand tastings like no other as I welcome you to the Pleasantdale Chateau, where I'm thrilled to introduce you to our on-the-scene grand tastings reporter.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Diana Alvear. So good to have you all here. Good evening. Welcome to Grand Tastings 27. This door behind me continues to open and lead everybody into the absolutely fabulous Pleasantdale Chateau. You get here and you are absolutely transported into another world, and we're going to show you everything tonight. Thank you so much for being here for JBWS, and we've got some very special people that we want you to start off meeting. These two women are instrumental in making everything happen here. So I am so pleased to introduce you to Diane Williams. She's the CEO of JBWS, and my mentor, one of my favorite people in the world, and an absolute force for good for JBWS, Kelly Kurtzman. So thank you so much for being here tonight and doing this. And Diane, I'm going to start with you. This is a huge event. What does this mean to you, and why does tonight matter?
This is actually just an incredible event of supporters and people that just get behind those that have suffered from violence in their relationships and the children that have experienced it. And I just want to thank everyone for participating on behalf of all of the JBWS staff members and volunteers. It's our 45th anniversary this year, and so we're incredibly excited to have everybody join us tonight.
Well, thank you for doing this. We know that under your tireless leadership, this organization has grown and helped so many more families. So thank you to you, Diane and Kelly. Okay, this is the night of all nights. This is where you want to be tonight. Tell me a little bit about what everybody's going to experience tonight.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. So on behalf of the JBWS board and our Grand Tastings Committee, we want to welcome you. This is a fabulous event. We're so happy to be here in person. You'll get a chance to eat great food from great New York and New Jersey chefs. We've got fabulous beverages throughout the evening. There's a silent auction, so make sure you all get to participate on your GiveSmart app, so make sure that you're participating all night long with us. But we're so happy to have you here and enjoy the evening. We'll give you a little tour of what things are going to be like tonight, so thank you for being here.
What's your favorite part about tonight, Diane? I just have to ask.
Oh, the energy. We really have not had this amount of people in one place for one cause, in way too long. So my favorite part is seeing everybody again.
Yeah, after a very long 2 years, it's really amazing to be with this many people and to just enjoy everybody getting together for such a good cause. What's the best part for you?
So I just heard the little bells that were chiming us to go into the ballroom pretty soon, and my favorite part is when we do Fund the Mission. I have so much energy and passion for this cause, and we start racking up the money to go for this cause. That's what I love. I'm a born salesperson, so I'm all about the money.
What did I tell you, Diane, Kelly? Thank you so much. All right, so I told you I was going to show you everything, right? So come along with me. We're going to go into the music room. Unlike everybody who has to go to their tables, I'm going to get you inside showing you what's going on here. So come with me. We're going into the music room. And of course, check out the holiday decorations. We've got the beautiful Christmas tree. I'll let you come on in. I want you to see the ice sculpture. If you come with me this way. Absolutely gorgeous. So really, this place is done up to the nines in celebration of JBWS. And if you walk with me this way, you're going to see the charcuterie board to end all charcuterie boards. Come along with me. Oh, wait, hold on. We've got a guest to talk to. Hi. How are you? All right, so I've got Lori and Betsy with me. Lori, tell me a little bit about what you love about tonight.
Well, I think it's the best event of the year for as far as any event goes. So we moved here from Denver, Colorado in 2001, and starting 2002, I've been to every Grand Tastings. It's an event that takes a powerful way here together to just honor and support this incredible organization that meets everybody with open arms and shepherds, families through some of the worst times of their life. And this is such an amazing event to illuminate the work that JBWS does.
I absolutely agree. And for you, I know that you have to head to your seat, but briefly, what do you love about the event?
Well, about the event is it is the most fun event, and I have had to miss it for many, many years because I had a board conflict every May. And so I'm so excited to be here finally again, and it's just a fun event for a very important cause and a great organization that we're proud to support.
Oh, well, thank you both so much. You can really feel the energy tonight. Thank you for taking time to talk to me. I know you have to hurry off to your seats. I'll see you in there. Thanks. All right, so I promised you I was going to show you the charcuterie board because I'm hungry, so come with me. Let me show you what we have over here. As you can see, tonight has all sorts of chefs and restaurants and wineries and sommeliers, everybody gathered together to make this such an event to remember. So come with me over here. I mean, you've got mushrooms, you've got hummus, you've got all sorts of different things. It's the kind of thing, the kind of event where you want to come hungry and maybe wear some stretchy pants. Nice stretchy pants, if you know what I'm talking about. Come with me this way. So let's keep going this way down the music room. I want to take you down the breezeway where they're doing the auction. I mean, this place is insanely beautiful. I can't believe I'm here. Okay, so watch your step, cameraman. Thank you. What we're going to see now, we are in the breezeway of the Pleasantdale Chateau. And when you walk through here, as you follow me, we're going to be seeing the live auction taking place. This is what Kelly was talking about. You can give Smart on your app, and you can find the things that you want and bid on them all the way up until 9 p.m. So come with me this way. We're going to bypass the line. Let's say hi to the live stream. And that's another sampling of some of the food if you want to take a look over here. Ooh. Lots of fun little hors d'oeuvres that you can try. These are part of the Grand Tastings event. Seriously, just the best food you can ask for. Lots of mozzarella. I'm learning it's called mozzarella in New Jersey. You can keep going this way. All right, so this is the silent auction. This is where, again, if you download the Give Smart app, you can start bidding on these different items. And come over here this way and take a look at them over here. So once again, I mean, we're talking fine wines, we're talking different packages, dinners, different kinds of tastings, all sorts of different items that you can bid on right now. And again, I'm going to tell you, it's the Give Smart app. You can continue bidding all the way until 9 p.m., but we did want you to get a look. We can just pan down the table and take a look at what we have here. So lots of wine, lots of glasses, jewelry, all sorts of different things, all coming together to raise money for a great cause. And we're going to head to the ballroom now. I've been told that everybody's heading there now, so let's walk this way and see if we can get in there. I don't know. Oh, look, there's Kelly again. Kelly, are we going to make it in there?
We are going to make it in. I'm going to get in front, and I'm just going to blaze our way through.
We have a bodyguard now. Come with me. Wow, even a Hall of Fame for baseball, National Baseball Hall of Fame collector's item. Come on this way. A Taylor, Chef Freddy's table. Let's see what else. Devils versus Predators, Rangers versus Predators. If you're a sports fan, this is your section. This is where you really want to start bidding on these items. A family portrait experience, a Kate Spade Janitote, even an Antigua Hammock Cove getaway. Okay, somebody bid on that for me because right? Okay, so you've seen so many different fabulous items at the auction. Again, continue bidding until 9 p.m. You've got this. Now we're going to head on down to the ballroom, okay? So follow me. One more experience over here. You've got the Jockey Hollow Bar and Kitchen. Tastings here. I mean, we're talking Scotch olive with merguez lamb sausage. That sounds tasty, by the way. All right, let's keep coming this way. It is so beautiful inside. Come with me. Yeah. Come this way. They're letting us pass the line. Come on through. All right, so let's come over here and just take a look at the ballroom right now. I mean, this is where all the action is going to happen tonight. We're going to hear all of these wonderful stories. We're going to hear some really great speeches from some amazing people. So let's continue to make our way down, if you can follow me. Hi, thanks for being here. And of course, so many people want to support this event that we've got lots of tables in here, lots of people ready to give. Oh, and tomorrow's Giving Tuesday. Get a jump on that. Gonna take you all the way around. And then let's go around the table this way. How about that? Sorry about that. Okay, so come on this way. Excuse me. All right, so now we're at the front of the ballroom. And this is, again, where we're going to be hearing a lot of amazing people talk about why JBWS means so much to them. This is a really amazing opportunity to raise the funds that they need so badly to do the instrumental work that they need to do to help families in the area. So just an incredible night, really great people. There are a few that I want to introduce you to that are heavily involved in the chef and cuisine. I'm laughing because Kelly Kurtzman's giving me all my cues right now. Hi, I'm going to grab you quick. Okay, so this is Corey. And Corey, tell me a little bit about what you're doing tonight.
So Ryan DePercio and I are the co-chef chairs for the event. So we've reached out to all of our friends and organized everybody to come and participate this evening.
Why is tonight so special compared to other events?
Well, for personal reasons for myself, someone very dear and close to me, unfortunately had to deal with this. So this is really my way to give back. And especially over the past 18 months with the pandemic, we really realized how vital and important it is that we continue on and really give it a little extra effort.
Any can't miss items, any chef or sommelier that you absolutely have to hit up?
No, I think you need to hit up everybody.
Oh no, he can't choose a favorite, he'll get in trouble. All right, Corey, thank you so much, have a good night. And one more person. Hi, Gary.
How are you?
Good. Okay, so Gary, tell me a little bit about what you're doing tonight and your involvement.
Well, I'm doing Fund the Mission, which is really exciting. It's 7 minutes of getting people to donate lots of money, and all they get is the gratification of giving. And it feels good, and the energy in the room is always spectacular. And I missed doing it last year, and I'm looking forward to a great night.
Okay, but there's a lot of people in here. How do you keep the energy going for 7 minutes?
It's a challenge every year, but you read the room, you see the people, and you see how excited they are, and they're dying to give money. And they love the organization, they love what they do. The mission is fantastic, and it's needed more now than ever before. So we'll make it work.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Gary, for your generosity. I'm so excited to listen to you tonight. So again, I'm just going to run through a few more items before we're going to wrap it up and get right to the event. We are once again at the Pleasantdale Chateau. This is Grand Tastings 27. It is a wonderful night. You've met some of the most giving people that there are around here, all in the name of a good cause. It means so much to all of us. We would love for you to be here, but again, we are giving you the virtual experience, and then you can, of course, give of yourself. You have the Give Smart app. You can go there and you can bid on different items for the auction. That won't shut down until 9, so you have plenty of time. Keep your eye on those items that you really like, and of course, the program is going to start soon. I'm Diana Alvear. I'm going to be back with you after the event to wrap things up and give you another short tour of another part of the chateau that is out of the program. Thanks so much for being with us. So Ryan, tell us a little bit about yourself and what your involvement is with this event.
Well, so I'm the chef partner of 3 restaurants, Fascino in Montclair, Patello in Jersey City, and Kitchen Step in Jersey City. But my involvement here is because of Corey. I started 15 years ago, and about my 3rd year in, Corey asked me to start co-chairing with him. And
Good evening, everyone.
Raised a ton of money, and it's fun doing it. And you get all these chefs to come in, and we all get to see each other and chat, make fun of each other. Like we're back in college or something.
Corey wouldn't tell me who his favorites were. Do you have any favorites? Are you willing to choose between all of your children?
We will get started.
No, absolutely not. But I have to say that, I'm not even going to say.
Yeah, he's going to get in too much trouble. All right, let me find out. Are we still on, or do we want to wrap things up? We're still on? Okay. So, Tell me a little bit about what really stands out about this, because it's not just a great event, it feels really good, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, to think what these women go through, and to know that they have gotten the courage to walk away from their situation, but then also start a new life.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We need everybody's
insane.
attention, please.
Thank you so much.
We are about to get started with the
We're going to send you to
program.
the regular
If you can all
program.
kindly
Thanks for
find
being
your
with me.
seats. We know there's some people walking in, but ladies and gentlemen, please kindly find your seats. There's a lot of very talented chefs, and we're going to try their food, so sit down so we can get started with the program, please. Who's the first person on? Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to start with the program. Please kindly find your seats. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am about to introduce Ms. Diane Williams and have the program officially started. If you can all please find your seats. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Diane Williams with a big round of applause.
How's everybody doing tonight? Feels great to be here, doesn't it? Look at everyone out there looking just fabulous. Good evening, my name is Diane Williams. I'm the president and CEO of JBWS, and I'm delighted to welcome you to JBWS's 27th Grand Tasting event. And happy holidays. Isn't it wonderful to be back together here at the Pleasantdale Chateau? It is incredibly beautiful here. We're so excited that you're joining us for this amazing event. Thank you for supporting JBWS's life-saving work. And for those that are celebrating a holiday tonight, I'd like to wish you a very happy Hanukkah. So as I said, at JBWS this year, we're proudly honoring 45 years of providing safety, support, and solutions for all victims of domestic violence. And you're all helping save lives by being here today, so thank you very much. We're especially pleased that after holding grand tastings virtually in 2020, that we're able to safely gather together tonight at the Pleasantdale Chateau. And new for this year, we're actually live streaming tonight's grand tasting so that supporters can watch the event and participate in the auction from the comfort of their own home. I just wanted to give a very special thank you to Diana Alvier, who is our live stream host for the virtual event this evening. You actually learn a lot during COVID, don't you? You learn how many times have you heard the word pivot? Seriously. So I'd like to express my sincere gratitude to all of you who made it possible to make the event happen in November this year, right? We usually gather in May. But we look forward to continuing on with our traditional event this coming May for Grand Tastings 28, so stay tuned. I'd like to recognize a few of our elected officials who are here with us today. These individuals have been longtime supporters of JBWS. They're also here to help us recognize our honorees. Please join me in giving a hello to Senator Anthony Bucco, Assemblywoman Ora Dunn, Kelly Doucette, the division director, is here on behalf of Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill. And I don't think I've seen Sheriff Gannon here yet tonight, but there's a rumor that he's going to be showing up, so y'all better stay on your best behavior. So thanks for being here today and your continued support and advocacy. We also have many current and past members of our board of directors. We have an amazing board of directors here tonight who are all wearing purple ribbons. So could y'all just give a wave in the air so we can see how many of you are here? Thank you all so much for coming. I can't thank you all enough for your leadership and dedication to JBWS's mission. So as you know, throughout the pandemic, JBWS has kept its doors open to serve our clients. Our brave staff have continued to work on the front line to provide services. The challenges that we experienced in 2020, the challenges that the survivors of violence and their families have experienced in 2020 have impacted us all well into 2021, and we need your support more than ever to carry on our mission. Our safe house, emergency shelter, and transitional living facility have continued to serve victims needing safe housing. And our community counseling programs, legal advocacy programs, children's programs, dating abuse prevention programs, the Morris Family Justice Center, and the Jersey Center for Nonviolence have all been supporting clients safely, both virtually and in person. We've remained open for those individuals that show up at our safe house door feeling broken from the violence that they experienced, to watch them rise up and tap their inner core of strength and resilience to soar safely and successfully into their future is truly humbling. We are fortunate to have one such individual here to share her amazing story with you tonight, and you're going to hear from her a little later on in the program. Tonight we'll also be paying tribute to two extraordinary honorees, Judy O'Hagan and Verizon. Their contributions to JBWS have created safe havens and facilitated successful futures for victims of domestic violence and their families, and I'm so honored to be part of this tribute to them today. Now, Grand Tastings is JBWS's premier fundraising event. For 27 years, this dynamic event has raised funds to support all of JBWS's programs and services. And this year, with your help, our goal is to raise $400,000. So I know it looks really easy, but an event like tonight does not happen without the hard work and dedication of a great team of volunteers, donors, and JBWS staff. Thank you to the Grand Tastings Committee that works tirelessly over several months planning the event and securing auction items. I'd like to especially express JBWS's gratitude to Committee Chair Extraordinaire, Kelly Kurtzman. Kelly, please join me on stage. Kelly, thank you for your leadership, your energy, and commitment to excellence. We're so very grateful. So thank you all for coming to our 27th Grand Tastings. This awe-inspiring event has the reputation of providing its guests with quite a night to remember. So you thought it was good so far, just you wait. The evening features talented chefs providing delectable food and beverage professionals providing deliciously creative cocktails. Somebody put this tongue twister in my speech, I'm just saying. Wines and spirits. The proceeds from this event are critically important to the fulfillment of our mission. Your generosity helps thousands of victims and makes their safety and survival possible. And without the following sponsors, this event could not be possible. Our chef de cuisine table sponsors are BD, Verizon, and Wyndham Hotels and Resorts. Our sous chef table sponsors are Crum & Forster, First Energy Foundation, JCP&L, Jim and Melanie Gerace. Our chef de pâtissier table sponsors are ADP, Barclays, Deloitte, Ernst & Young, the Gloria Foundation, Carrie Howe, Kennedy's, KPMG, Virginia and Mark McBride. I know there's a lot of sponsors, sorry. Merck, PAL Coaching and Consulting, Lori Peter and Betsy Bernard, PNC Private Bank, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Rheology Holdings, Christopher and Kathleen Reedy, Ann Singleton, Tiffany and Company, and again, Verizon. Thank you to all of our table sponsors. Additional sponsors, supporters, and auction donors are listed in the program, so be sure to check that out. So turning to the evening's food and beverages, we are most grateful to our magnificent chefs and beverage experts for their generous and creative participation. Orchestrating all this are Grand Chef coordinators Ryan DiPersio of Facino, Batello, and the Kitchen Step, and Corey Heyer, executive chef of Canubra Country Club, and our wine, beer, and spirits coordinator, Gary Fish, owner of Gary's Wine and Marketplace. So these gentlemen give generously of their time and expertise and engage their peers to do the same. Many of the chefs in the room have been here year after year for more than 10 years. And Climax Brewing, Scalini Fideli, Chef Freddy's, they've been supporting this event for more than 20 years. That's truly incredible. So our gift of appreciation tonight to all the chefs and vendors is a ceramic utensil holder big enough for all of the spoons and the spatulas that they use to make those amazing creations. And we thank you all for what you do every year to help us in our mission to end domestic violence. And if you want to check them out, I think somebody has one over there somewhere on the table. Oh, there it is. So I would be remiss not to mention the impact of the pandemic on the restaurant and service industry, and many of you are probably already aware of it. Restaurants were forced to close their doors. Their employees lost their jobs. If they reopened, many look different today than they did 20 months ago. I'm incredibly, I actually have chills, grateful for our chefs and vendors that are here with us tonight. Please continue to support their restaurants out in the community. I'm pleased to introduce Corey Heyer and Ryan DiPersio, who will introduce our fabulous chefs, and Gary Fish, who will introduce our fantastic vendors.
All right. Well, before I get my speech going, I know that there's been a lot of thank yous to all the chefs, but I personally want to say thank you to you all because a little over 10 years ago, Corey Heyer asked me to be a co-chair with him, maybe even 15 years ago. And it's just been a real honor. You know, you talk about that you're about to raise $400,000, but in my mind, if I've been a part of this for over 10 years, we're talking about millions of dollars that I've been involved with helping raise with all these amazing chefs. So I just want to thank you guys for coming. I know how hard it is to say yes to taking off a night at the restaurant or taking off a night with your family. I do it myself and I understand. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so as I just said, we are honored to be part of such a wonderful event benefiting such an amazing organization. It has been a challenging year and a half for everyone in the hospitality or food business. Our eat-in restaurants became takeout restaurants, and with the staff shortages you have all heard about, many of us had taken on the role of dishwasher. Every role you can imagine, from doing inventory to washing dishes. You know, we're not just chefs, we're leaders in the kitchen, and to be a leader, you have to be able to do everything, okay? Corey and I have had the pleasure of introducing these amazing chefs and special guests who have given us so generously their time and talent. I'm going to start with the chefs closest to the front of the ballroom on my right and work my way to the back. Chefs, please give a high sign when your name is called so the guests know who you are. And if you can hold off on clapping, they don't need it, just clap for me. No, I'm kidding. We just want to get through this. There's a lot of people to introduce, so we just want the clapping to be at the end. All right? Starting off, your home base, Robert Albers, Pleasantdale Chateau. Louis Bela, Grain and Cane. John Michael Bean, Aficionado Coffee Roasters. Bachelor. Nestor Bedoyo, Chef Freddy's Table. Next chef is a true honor to say his name because 24 years ago, he was my chef at Boulay Bakery in New York City. Brian B. Strong, Roundtable Studios. Next, my dear friend, AJ Capella, Liberty House. Michael Citrullo, Scalini Fideli. Jimmy Chapa, Jimmy's Artistic Creations. Adele DiBiase, Vita Restaurant Group. Another bachelor. Robbie Felice, Viaggio Ristorante and Osteria Crescendo. And I'm going to leave the rest to Corey. Thank you. Now you can clap for me.
Gotta love his confidence. David Felton, Hudson House. Leah Gassion, South and Pine. Jariola Kaloshi, La Pergola. Young Kim, Kim Sushi. Arnold Kruk, Park Avenue Club. Joseph Masucci, H2O, Ocean Restaurant and Raw Bar. Joe Mooney, Jockey Hollow Bar and Kitchen. Joe Motz Mardoka, Best Motz. Joel Nierenberg, D'Artagnan. Carla Reynoso and Aaron Kuruk from La Coqueta Mexicano Cochina. And that will be everyone for this evening. So I think we can applaud now. So I think that everybody can agree that the past 18 months have been a period of time that we will read about in the history books. But the ripples from this, we heard about the restaurants that suffered. Clearly, the reason that we're all here tonight is a huge ripple from this pandemic. So I just want to thank all the chefs for really contributing their time, their resources to help raise the monies that are really needed for the reason that we're here, and for all of you, and for those that are on the live stream as well, for contributing and being a part of this evening. Very special, very honored, proud to be a part of it. So thank you all very much.
I want to thank my mother. Oh, no. You'll be hearing a lot from me a little bit later on, so I'd like to just get to my job at hand, which is to introduce our generous beer, wine, spirits purveyors who have so generously donated their products for this evening's event. Raise your hand as I announce you, and I'm going from the front to the back. I'm following the lead of the chefs, you know. Follow the food, as my mom said. Robert Zeman, Allied. Peter from A&P Wines. Matt Fink from Banville. Jeff from Bowler Wines. David Hoffman, Climax Brewing, who's been moved, and I was very confused. Dave from Fedway. Rob McNeil from Fedway. Tannum from Gallo. Moraven from Opeachy. Did I miss my team? Oh, I did. Tom and Jillian from Gary's Wine and Marketplace. Let's see. Danny and Michael from Penelope Bourbon, some great bourbons we've been drinking. Derek from Paulaner. Anthony from Shield Wines. Bill Brown from Skurnick, who also worked for me, by the way. Sage from Sourland Mountain Spirits. Joseph Villa from Vias Imports. Jay from Wilson Daniels, and Paul from Weinbau. So they'll be providing you plenty of alcohol, which is very important. And thank you for coaching me along. I also want to thank Wente Winery for providing the wines for this evening. It's a fifth-generation, family-owned and operated winery. and the head of the winery is Carolyn Wente, and it's female run and operated.
All the chefs can be released because you guys are going to get bombarded.
So Ryan, Corey, Gary, all of the chefs, vendors, and special guests are responsible for all of the wonderful things that you have already tried but are about to experience. We're excusing them for their final preparations. Let's give them another big round of applause as they leave. So special thanks to the Pleasantdale Chateau staff led by Lars, Santiago, Bryant, and Dawn. We test the limits of this chateau every year. There's a lot of moving parts at this event. Forks, spoons, plates, bowls, glasses. They actually have to ship in extras for this event, and they do a fantastic job. Thank you also to the JBWS staff and volunteers. Our development team is an incredible team that worked probably up until the 11th hour, making sure it was a special evening tonight. So I want to thank them, our volunteers, O'Melia Signature Events for their hard work on this grand event. So, as Gary said, the wine on your table this evening is courtesy of Wente Vineyards, Moonlit Harvest Chardonnay, and Moonlit Harvest Cabernet Sauvignon, so enjoy. The cookies that you're going to receive as you exit, don't get upset, the evening's not over yet, are compliments of the pastry team at Grain & Cane. They also have a chef table here this evening. Be sure to visit them. Thanks for your generosity. The beautiful flowers on your table were donated by Virginia and Mark McBride. Thank you both. Virginia is actually a former board member as well. Thank you to our many auction donors. Many of you are here this evening. Be sure to check out the amazing items if you haven't already, as long as you're not bidding against me. Described on our mobile bidding site, it's just in time to surprise that special someone for the holidays. So if you need assistance bidding, the JBWS staff are roaming around, carrying their tablets, ready to help. Closing time, this is an important time you don't want to miss. Closing time for the auction is 9:00 p.m. Closing time for the ticket raffle, 8:45. Okay, so do we have anybody in the room that is here for the first time? Anyone here for the first time? Okay, there's a few of you. You want to listen to these tips. Okay, it's really important. You were handed a guidebook when you arrived. If you have not looked at it, everyone else in the room is 20 steps ahead of you. Just be aware of that. It has a color-coded map of the chateau. All of the food stations are shown, and all of the dishes and drinks being offered tonight are listed in the pages just before the map. Gluten-free options are highlighted in yellow. It's going to be just like at Great Adventure. Go to the farthest one first. So use the list and the map to plan your routes. Make sure you don't miss anything. Of course, you cannot go wrong. It's all wonderful. The ballroom and the central halls, the stations are obvious, but there's a couple of special areas that are tucked away in little corners that you don't want to miss. So there aren't any food stations in the front of the chateau this year except for Joe Motz, who's a newcomer to our event. We're excited to have him. He's stationed at the end of the auction. And if you didn't get there during cocktails, take it from me, you need to visit that station. We have 2 food trucks this year, so do not miss them. They're always a huge hit. You can go out, grab it, and come back really quick. I know it's a little chilly out. So, and new this year, compliments of the pandemic, we have a tent, so be sure you don't miss the chef and vendor stations there as well. Don't head off quite yet, because we have a little bit more of a program, and for me, this is one of the most important pieces. As I mentioned tonight, we have 2 special awards. But before we get to them, I'd like to ask JBWS Board Treasurer Rita Karuchin to come up to the podium. And since we weren't able to gather last year, we thought it fitting to briefly acknowledge last year's corporate honoree this year in person. Rita?
Good evening, everyone. I'm proud to give you a little insights into PwC. PwC's purpose, to build trust in society and solve important problems, is at the core of everything they do. It guides how they serve their clients, their people, and the world. And this purpose has included a relationship with JBWS for the past 25 years, where PwC has proudly supported JBWS through funding, fundraising, and volunteer engagement. Over the years, PwC partners and employees have participated in running events like the 92-mile, yes, 92 miles, River to Sea event and the Morristown Halloween Half Marathon to raise money for JBWS. They often double that money raised through PwC's Dollars for Doers matching programs. PwC colleagues have also hosted collections to gather items to help provide gifts for our annual holiday boutique and much needed items for our residential programs. In 2019, the PwC Foundation awarded JBWS a $25,000 Reimagine grant to help expand our financial literacy program. Along with the funds, PwC colleagues provided 300 hours of volunteer services to create and deliver financial literacy programs to JBWS clients. PwC's Brooke Weiner has a seat on the JBWS Board of Directors, and as our board chair, Brooke helps to lead the board with vision, compassion, and commitment. Congratulations, PwC. We are proud to honor you as 2020's Grand Tasting 26 Corporate Honoree. Accepted on behalf of PwC is Brooke Weiner.
Gotta put these glasses on. That's a new thing from COVID too. Rely way too much on them. So thank you, Miss Rita. Got a couple PwC tables here to enjoy this. So I'm honored to be standing here today accepting this award on behalf of PwC and the many, many, many folks that contribute to the impact PwC is making with JBWS. In fact, less than a month ago, over 50 participants hoofed some form of mileage as part of the Half Marathon for Hope Relay benefiting JBWS through fundraising and PwC's Dollars for Doers matching grant in excess of $52,000. Keep in mind, I am still limping. I will change these shoes when we're done up here. In all seriousness, at PwC, we're purpose-led and values-driven. Through PwC's Reimagine grants and Skills for Society, we have not only provided funds to JBWS, but we've worked with them to establish financial literacy programs through the lens of domestic violence in the areas of budget, credit scores, and savings. I, along with PwC colleagues, have had the opportunity to provide the programming to clients of JBWS, and most recently, we started translating and delivering that content in Spanish. Now, I know our donations, right, that we all contribute, have an impact on JBWS's programs, the community, the clients, the survivors. I see it in the statistics, the financials, the stories, the interactions. Over the past 8 years, I've personally served on the audit committee, the finance committee, the executive committee, and I feel rather comfortable saying that I see the impact. It makes me personally feel good about continuing to contribute. But that said, one of the most notable, most impactful moments for me was when I taught one of those financial literacy classes. So picture 3 PwC professionals in the Transitional Living Building, chatting with a dozen or so JBWS clients on the topic of building, or in this case, rebuilding, credit. We talked through the curriculum, walked through the examples, engaged in some dialogue and Q&A. When we were about to leave, one woman stopped us, and she said we gave her the best Christmas present. And it was the knowledge and the confidence that she could recover from the financial ruin her ex-husband created for her through her credit and ultimately bankruptcy. So thank you, PwC, for reimagining how we serve our communities through the Creative Reimagine grants, the Dollars for Doers match, our Skills for Society hours, and so on. And thank you, JBWS, for allowing us to do so with you. I don't get to go anywhere yet. I think we're going to pop a picture up soon here of Judy O'Hagan. Where are you, Judy? There you are. All right, I am so pleased to be standing here this evening to honor such a remarkable woman. We're moving on to 2021 right now. For those of you that don't know Judy, she just glows. She brings such light and energy when you interact with her. It just makes you smile. When I met Judy several years back, she was not only the Vice President of Human Resources at Sanofi with responsibilities in HR leadership for North America Pharmaceuticals, Global Services, Consumer Healthcare, and R&D. She was also the Steering Committee Chairperson for WISE, which stands for the Women Inspiring Sanofi Excellence, and a member of the Healthcare Businesswomen's Association Advisory Board. Oh, and hey, that's not even talking about what she does in the community, and in particular, JBWS. It was kind of funny as I drafted my notes for this award. I really started to wonder what Judy has not done. Here are a few of Judy's accomplishments with JBWS since becoming involved in 2008. She served as the former chair and member of the board of directors. Over her tenure on the board, she was a member of the executive committee. She chaired the nominations committee. She served on the comp and ben committee. She, in fact, served as a chair for former versions of the Grand Tastings event. While Judy served in a leadership role on the board, JBWS completed a capital campaign and opened the Morris Family Justice Center. And in 2017, 2018, while JBWS searched for their next president and CEO, Judy supported the organization and helped lead that time in the capacity of interim acting CEO and president. Currently, Judy is the principal consultant of JOH Organizational Solutions, focusing on leadership development, organizational culture and employee engagement, as well as strategic leadership communications. Wow. Just such an amazing woman, and I personally appreciate my recent interactions with Judy as she continues to provide leadership and support to JBWS as a member of the advisory committee. Together with her husband, Pete, and yes, I know some of you are sending thank you vibes to Pete for chairing the Verizon Hope Classic for many years. But together with her husband, Pete, the O'Hagans are committed to JBWS's focus on safety, support, and solutions for abuse, and they show this through their ongoing personal philanthropic activities and volunteerism. Please join me in congratulating Judy O'Hagan as we celebrate you, Judy, as our 2021 Distinguished Service honoree. Congratulations.
Wow, thank you, Brooke. I think your intro was longer than all of my comments. Thank you for that. Thank you very much and good evening. I have the glasses too, Brooke, so thank you for that kind introduction and a very sincere thank you for this special award. I am honored and so deeply grateful. Looking back, when I was first introduced to JBWS in 2008, I was immediately drawn to the mission and the work of the agency, and to the poignancies of the stories that I heard. I mean, who wouldn't be, right? But little did I know just how extraordinary I would find this place to be. Over the years, I gained a deeper knowledge and understanding of the plight of our clients and their families, and of the transformative effect we have on so many. In my role on the board, and then as the acting head of JBWS, I got a first-hand look at the inner workings of the Safe House, the Transitional Living Facility, and the Family Justice Center. Looking back on those years, I learned so much. I learned about the dedication and tireless commitment of our staff. I experienced the deep generosity of our sponsors and donors, including all of you here this evening. I was inspired by the impact and the contributions of our silent army of volunteers, doing so much while asking for nothing in return. Perhaps most profoundly, I learned about the clients we serve, their courageous escape from violent situations, their resilience in emerging from crisis with grit, their determination to build a new life for themselves and their families. In a nutshell, I witnessed life-saving work happening each and every day. But tonight is not a night to look back, but rather forward, to talk about all of the wonderful things happening at JBWS, to celebrate our accomplishments and our continued growth. I have nothing but hope and confidence in the future of JBWS. In closing, I was looking for an Irish quote to capture what this night and what this award mean to me. And actually, it's my husband Pete who found it. It's just one little line from a very old Irish proverb. And the line goes like this: the Irish are often in the company of angels. The O'Hagans feel like we are in the company of angels tonight, in the amazing company of such generous friends and supporters of JBWS. Thank you very much.
Good evening. My name is Helen Lafroy, and I serve as the Vice President of Development for JBWS. So I have the extraordinary honor of presenting our 2021 Corporate Honorary Award to Verizon. I do have a self-imposed 2-minute limit, but know that I could fill a whole Verizon up to speed half hour talking about this amazing partnership. Verizon has been a true partner to JBWS for over 22 years. Throughout the organization, from executive leadership to numerous business lines to call centers and retail locations, Verizon prioritizes raising awareness about the issue of domestic violence because Verizon knows firsthand about the impact the issue has on its team members. Over the past 2 decades, Verizon has provided philanthropic resources to support JBWS's Safe House, shelter program, our Batterers Intervention Program, and many other programs, especially the new ones, the Family Justice Center, and those that we continue to bring online as we expand services. Verizon has also supported JBWS through sponsorships of our signature fundraising events and encouraging other corporations to join them in embracing JBWS's critical mission. But it's not just Verizon dollars that have supported JBWS. V-teamers, like the ones here tonight, have embraced our mission as well. They have organized walkathons across the country during Domestic Violence Awareness Month, hosted collections of much-needed items for JBWS's residential programs. They've developed human resource policies and programs to support their workforce impacted by intimate partner violence. And partnering with JBWS staff, Verizon has utilized their far-reaching platforms to host nationwide panels, live chats, and open dialogue about the issue of domestic violence, which has elevated awareness. Throughout the years, Verizon leadership has served on JBWS's board of directors and committees, leading with vision, compassion, and commitment. During my tenure, I've had the privilege of working with Jim Gerace and Kelly Kurtzman, 2 visionary leaders who have only been a text or a phone call away when I've needed them. As a matter of fact, Jim Gerace was part of the team that hired me at JBWS, and for that I am grateful. I think that's pretty visionary, right, Jim? Verizon has been a role model for other corporations in New Jersey, asking them to join in efforts to raise awareness and funds for domestic violence prevention. For the last 16 plus years, Verizon has organized and sponsored the annual Corporate Challenge 5K event. Throughout the streets of Morristown each year, thousands of runners representing over 150 corporations participate in the 5K. And at the heart of the event is messaging about domestic violence. JBWS is extraordinarily proud to honor Verizon, and we thank you for your partnership, your commitment, your dedication to saving the lives of those impacted by domestic violence. And I'm so happy that accepting the Grand Tastings 27 Corporate Honorary Award on behalf of Verizon tonight is Tammy Irwin, Executive Vice President and CEO of Verizon Business. And Tammy has been a longtime advocate for raising awareness about the prevention of domestic violence. Tammy?
Okay, Helen, thank you, and Diane, thank you. Listen, it is a privilege to be here tonight, and tonight is a really special night. It's the first time we're getting to come back together. A little scary, but good to be back together. And I want to just, on behalf of Verizon, ask if I can have every V-teamer in the room raise your hand for Big Wave, because there are a bunch of us in here, and you heard several people recognized. Kelly Kurtzman, who co-chaired tonight, so Kelly, thank you for your tireless passion. And Jim Gerace, stand up for a minute. Jim Gerace has been, please stand. Jim Gerace has been involved for many, many years. And I would tell you that Jim talked about domestic violence when other corporations didn't want to talk about domestic violence. And because of work like Jim and Kelly and others, Verizon has donated $110 million to the prevention and education of domestic violence. And I can tell you that in my work, it has been so incredibly gratifying to get to know JBWS. I have had a chance to work with domestic violence organizations across the country, and what I would tell you is there is no better organization than JBWS. 1 in 3 women will be impacted at some point in their lives by domestic violence. For me, it's personal. My grandmother was a victim of domestic violence. She raised 8 children when she had the courage to leave and get the help she needed. And so for me, it's personal when I can sit here with all of you and know that tonight we will raise $400,000 for the cause of domestic violence prevention and education. And you will be part of it. So here's the deal. All the chefs got released to go back to their stations. You were not released until we raised $400,000 for this cause tonight. So I am honored to accept this award on behalf of Verizon and my colleagues, and I'm also proud to tell you that we are going to kick off the fundraising tonight with a $30,000 donation to start the $400,000. Thank you very much.
That's a hard act to follow. I'm not going to start saying 30, 30, 30. That comes later. Congratulations, Judy O'Hagan and Verizon. Both honors are incredibly well-deserved. Each honoree received an engraved Tiffany & Company crystal decanter as a gesture of our gratitude. Now, before we move on to our speaker, I'm honored to invite longtime JBWS supporter and advocate Senator Anthony Bucco to the podium to say a few words.
Wow, what a night. And I do recognize that I stand between you and those great chefs. And by the way, I'm Senator Anthony Bucco, not to be confused with the chef Anthony Bucco, although my wife wishes I had his culinary skills. You know, every nonprofit desires to have 2 things, thrives to have 2 things to be successful. One is leadership. They need people on their boards that are true leaders, born leaders, that can lead the organization into the future. And then they need a powerhouse organization or a corporation that is there so that whenever they have a big ask, they can pick up the phone and they can call and they can get results. And I can tell you that JBWS has been extremely lucky to have Judy O'Brien and the O'Hagan family and Verizon to step into those roles. You've listened to their stories, and you've heard what they've been able to do for JBWS. And tonight, I'm honored to be here tonight to recognize them as well with a joint Senate and Assembly resolution which was introduced on the floor of the Senate by me, passed unanimously in the Senate, and on the floor of the Assembly by my colleagues, Assemblywoman Dunn, who is here with me tonight, and Assemblyman Bergen, and passed unanimously there as well. So you guys must be doing something right, because not a lot of things pass unanimously in Trenton these days. But I want to thank all of you for being here. You know, these are tough times. It's been a tough couple of years. It's been tough on our restaurants. It's been tough on our small businesses. And it's been tough on our nonprofits, and especially JBWS, because when it becomes hard to raise money at the same time, their need is rising. These are some difficult times for families, and we know that the need increases. So tonight is so very important to this organization, and I join Verizon in saying, none of you are leaving until we hit that $400,000 mark. So recognizing that I stand between you and those great chefs and a big speech that we're waiting to hear, I'm going to let Assemblywoman Dunn present these resolutions to our two honorees. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you and good evening. I'm Assemblywoman Ora Dunn. It's really an honor to be here along with Senator to offer these joint resolutions. JBWS has always had a special place in my heart. I've been a crisis response team member since 2011. And we all know this time of year, for those of us who have either survived domestic violence or served those who survived domestic violence, the victims, holidays are the time where we're all on edge. So I just want to thank all of you for all that you do. And I'm looking out at this room and I thought, wow, if we got a picture of this to let the victims know, you are never alone. Look at the number of people who are here rooting for you and your success. So I see on the agenda there is a call to action. So I'm definitely staying for that, to hear what that call is. As your representative, it's important that I listen and I respond to that call. I do want to share that I am pleased to reintroduced in January, the legislation that I introduced this year that would expand the definition of domestic violence to include economic and psychological abuse. And I'd be remiss in not giving a special congratulatory note to Ms. O'Hagan. Let me just say, before I was in office, my work with Judy, we interfaced often, and she was always responsive, and there was nothing acting or interim about her. So this is so well-deserved. Congratulations, and thank you, of course, Verizon. And okay, I know, I'm between you and the food, right? Thank you, it's an honor. And I hope you will hang these with pride. So are we coming up here to accept these? Thank you.
So wow, if that wasn't incredibly terrific on its own, we also have some certificates for both of our honorees from Congresswoman Cheryl's office. They're both here. I won't ask you to come back up again. We'll bring them to you. But thank you, Kelly Doucette from Congresswoman Cheryl's office, who delivered those certificates for our honorees. So thank you, Senator Bucco, Assemblywoman Dunn, Kelly Doucette. Domestic violence is in the news every day. Often it's at the center of the story. Sometimes it's buried. I know that you all kind of
followed along with the Petito case. Very sad. So, but it's there in stories about gun violence, sexual harassment and assault, mass shootings, bullying, child abuse, and more. The connection between these societal ills is strong, with domestic violence often at the root of the problem. In the United States, the CDC estimates that 1 in 4 women, 1 in 7 men, and if you think about how many people in the room, you can imagine how many of us are survivors. And 1 in 3 teenagers will be a victim of intimate partner violence in their lifetime. And let me tell you that survivors of domestic violence look like you and I. But these are not just statistics. They're your neighbors, your coworkers, your friends, your relatives. Their faces vary, but their stories are eerily similar. They suffer from physical, sexual, verbal, emotional, and financial abuse at the hands of someone who dominates by using power and control. The victims of abuse who seek services at JBWS have something else in common. They receive the critical protection to escape the violence and the support that they need to heal. Here to share the story of her personal journey to survival is a very special guest, a strong, resilient, and persistent woman who faced the reality of domestic violence. Please warmly welcome our client speaker.
Good evening. Bear with me, I'm a little nervous. I don't have glasses on, I have progressives on, so it might take some time. My name is Basha. I stand here before all of you. I'm sorry, as one of the lucky ones. I'm a single mother of 3 beautiful, successful children. I'm sorry. The oldest is now 24. I have a 22-year-old son and a 13-year-old daughter. We are all the survivors. This is just a part of the story, with a long history of physical, emotional, mental, sexual, and financial abuse, all caused by the biological father of my youngest daughter. This all started in Missouri and followed us here to our escape in my home state of New Jersey. I never thought justice, freedom, and survival would come. My story starts with meeting him in Missouri, where I was living at the time and had my dream job of working for toxicology and forensics. When I met him, he made me feel nervous. Something was off, but I thought it was just me. The first time we went out, I had a wonderful time. I felt like I was finally living again. He made me feel special and beautiful. I told him that my children and my job are my priority, that I did not have the time or the dedication to date somebody. We agreed to see each other occasionally. Over time, I saw what I thought was a person committed to his children, his mother, and his business. With this, I thought I had met a dedicated, successful man. However, something still didn't feel quite right. With some time, the control, jealousy, and possessiveness started. Other things followed, such as him spitting on me, destroying my belongings in my home, and hurting me physically. He would not allow me to leave the relationship, and he would prevent me from seeking help. When I tried, more abuse would follow. He would apologize to me, tell me he loved me, and that he wanted to change. He would beg for my forgiveness and a chance to prove this to me. When I did report him to the authorities, I was told I did not have enough evidence on my body or other. Basically, it was my word against his. There was nothing they could do for me, that I should just leave. Again, he would not let me leave. He refused to let me go. He extended his reach to my friends, my family, and my work, jeopardizing all that I had accomplished every time I tried. So instead, I'd engage him, hoping this would stop him, and it did work temporarily. The abuse, harassment, and threats continued. I continued to call the police, other times getting an order of protection for the few months allowed under the Missouri law. None of this was enough to protect us. I was always told to just leave him. He would continue to find me. Whenever I was contacted by him, I was overwhelmed with emotions. What seems like nothing or normal contact to a person who has never dealt with domestic violence is so scary to a victim that has been subjected to it all. Small words and comments would be triggers and threats to me. He crossed a line which most would not even fathom crossing. My children and I endured so much. People would always say, just leave. What people don't understand, it's so sometimes difficult to leave the healthy relationship, let alone try to leave an abusive relationship filled with violence. I felt more like a prisoner than a victim. I felt the system was punishing me rather than him. I had all the rules and regulations that I had to abide by while he was free. My children and I moved so many times for our safety. I changed jobs, schools, and living quarters. This grossly affected the stability, finances, health, and well-being for my children, my career, home, and family. One of the most severe incidents was in 2007 while 8 months pregnant with his child. This time there was evidence on my body. The authorities saw the marks he left on my pregnant belly, back, and arms from boots he beat me with, the blood on the wall from him trying to punch me. He popped my knuckles out of my hand, the marks on my neck from him choking me, the whip marks from a wet towel which I was beaten with while I was naked, and the hair pulled out of my head while he dragged me out of the shower. I knew I may die by the hands of this man. He was finally arrested. In 2008, upon him being found guilty and jailed, it gave my children and I a small window of opportunity to safely flee to New Jersey. I knew I would only be temporarily safe from him. You see, he had the financial means and contacts to do as he pleased, even from another state. Once in New Jersey, I went to the Morris County Courthouse in hopes of a restraining order. I learned that my history from Missouri would not be admissible in New Jersey. However, he did threaten me upon us leaving to New Jersey. He stated, "Mark my words, one day I will kill you for leaving. It may not be today. It may not be tomorrow. It may be 20 years from now, but it will happen. It may not be me doing it. It may be someone else, but it will happen. Mark my words." Because of this threat in 2009, I was able to get an order of protection based on harassment. The courthouse connected me with JBWS, and I found my way to adult counseling services, which led to living at the shelter, and then we moved forward to transitional living. However, he did not stop. After 22 reported and several non-reported violations, it wasn't until 6 years later in 2015, another violation took place at my work site in New Jersey. I reported this to the authorities. From this, I met an assistant prosecutor, Gloria, who was outraged at all the times the system had failed my children and I. She was the one who charged him. A case was finally put together. With this case in 2016, I had connected with the Morris County Family Justice Center, which had opened up. The court proceedings dragged for a total of 11 years from his first violation for him to be found guilty, ending just this past August. When facing him at court proceedings, my entire body would tremble uncontrollably. I was sweating and getting cotton mouth. Tears streamed down my face. I felt as if though I was going to collapse. Words would not come out of my mouth. My head would flood with horrible memories of the abuse and violence. I was scared. However, sitting right there, right by my side, was the support of Michelle from the Morris County Family Justice Center, a friendly, familiar face, reassuring me at the moment I was safe. She was there for me and backing me up. We came to JBWS broken and scared. The children and I struggled so much in so many aspects of our lives where we still struggle to recover, but we survived. You see, the children and I always had each other, and we had so many people who care about us and love us. In this way, we are rich beyond belief. I always say money is replaceable. We are not. When we left with just the clothes on our back, all the important papers, and all the special toys to my children. With the help we received from JBWS and Morris County Family Justice Center, this is the safest and most peace my children and I have felt in a very long time. I will always be afraid of this man, but will not stop living. He has taken enough. We will always be cautious, ready, and do our best to stay safe. Healing doesn't mean the damage never existed. It means the damage no longer controls our lives. And thank you, all of you.
Thank you so much for sharing your story. You humble the rest of us, and you're such an inspiration. Our speaker faced many challenges that you heard, and like so many of our clients, persevered for years to achieve her safety and her success, and it will be a constant she is seeking. We now invite you to help us help each of our clients find safety, self-sufficiency, and peace, and break the cycle of violence so that their children can be raised in a home free of violence. Gary, you think you could help me out?
Well, I have cotton mouth and my heart is racing. Thank you so much for sharing. It's always a challenge for me to do this, but this year it feels even harder. But I know how important it is. And I know that I have a lot of people here that are committed to help us. I thought I would tell a little bit of my pandemic story, which motivates me to be up here tonight. And that's, you know, like everybody, the world changed for us. And we went from my wife and I living in our nice 4-bedroom house in Morristown, New Jersey, to our son, his now fiance, our daughter, her husband, their dog, and our grandson living in our house. And it became bedlam. But every morning I got to feed the baby. And every afternoon I got to play with the baby. So while the pandemic was challenging and scary and confusing, I had the best 9 months of my life. And when I got a call from Helen, I believe it was Helen was the first call about doing the virtual event last year, I said, I'm not good on screen. I need to be in front of people. You know, she wanted to script me and have me say all these things, and I said I need it to be live. And she said, can you imagine being stuck at home with somebody abusing you? And I said, I'm in. I couldn't imagine. And I can't imagine what you've gone through and what you're going through. And the 350 people in this room are now going to raise enough money to put a lot of people through this. So to begin, so we're going to start off as, you know, this is a Fund the Mission. Fund the Mission means you donate money, and all you get out of that is gratitude for giving. I call it good begets good. In the world we're in, if you're a good person, good things happen. And I'm expecting a lot of good people to do really good things. Tammy, you got me started. You let everybody know, wherever you are, that we need $400,000 tonight. I have some good news. We collected $200,000 from all of the sponsors. So really, all we have to do is $200,000. Not so bad. And at this table, we have a state senator, we have an assemblywoman, we have a congresswoman's assistant, I'll call you. So we have people that understand how to raise money. So let's start off. The $25,000, I think, is a good way to start. And what $25,000 provides is 25 victims and their children with 1 week of emergency safe house shelter, food, safety planning, and counseling. Who's going to help us get started with $25,000? Do I hear 25? Thank you, $25,000. Thank you. That's very generous. A few years ago, I would run around hugging the people that donated, but I was advised that deters people. Do we have any other $25,000? It's really important. Another 25. The Verizon, there's 40 of you here. If you each chip in like $12,522, that would be, no? Okay. Do I hear $10,000? $10,000? All right. $10,000. Do I have another $10,000? Do you want to hug? All right, baby. 10,000. 10,000? Yes or no? All right. $10,000? Anybody? Come on. All right. Hug or no hug? All right. Oh, how are you? Look, you get a hug just for being you. Okay, $10,000. Any other $10,000? 10,000? Come on, 10,000? All right, my wife's not here, so $10,000. The Fish family is donating $10,000. Who's going to hug me for? Oh, wait. $10,000? Will you give me a $10,000 hug? All right, what's next? Oh. All right, 20,000. 10,000. Wait. Just another 10? All right, 10,000. Do we have more 10,000? Oh, that's $5,500 for a scratch. Any other $10,000? Do we have more? Any political-oriented people want to step up to the plate? I'm just, these people in this room would be so happy if somebody donated $10,000 from this table. All right. Oh, next one is, whew. I'm exhausted. Next one, $7,500. $7,500 provides 24-hour hotline help services for 1 month. And God knows they need the hotline. Who's in for $7,500? $7,500? Come on, we've just gotten started. $7,500, do I have any $7,500? 3 people want to chip in? Okay, $5,000 provides 5 weeks of emergency shelter, food, and counseling for a victim and their children. $5,000. Hug or no hug? All right. $5,000. $5,000. $5,000. We've got 2 more back here. I don't think I can get to you. 5,000. Any 5,000s over here? Come on, we hugged. 5,000. Any 5,000s over here? 5,000. Where? 5,000. 5,000 back there. That's a long way to hug, I got to tell you. For 25,000, I would be back there in a heartbeat. 5,000. Do we have any other 5,000s? 5,000. Anybody over here? Okay, $2,500. We're all hungry, and I am parched. $2,500? I didn't even tell you what it gets. $2,500. Thank you, Senator. Anybody else? $2,500. $2,500 provides legal advocacy services to 25 people seeking court protection. $2,500. Thank you very much. $2,500. Thank you. $2,500. $2,500.
Thank you. $2,500? $2,500? Do we have anybody at this table? Every table should have at least one $2,500 person, don't you think? Verizon, you're wireless, but you have money. $2,500? Oh, my idol. $2,500. Thank you. $2,500. Any other $2,500? Okay, $2,500. This gig is getting better and better. $2,500. Do we have any other $2,500? You're fanning yourself because you're warm, or is that $2,500? I'll take it any way I can get it. $2,500? Come on, 25. No, you. Anybody else? $2,500 going? $2,500? No. The next one is $1,000 provides 15 weeks of group domestic violence counseling. Say that 5 times fast. So $1,000. Now we're talking. $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000. Wait, okay, back here. Let's go. The cheap seats. I mean, come on. $1,000, $1,000. Thank you very much. Thank you. $1,000. I'm coming your way. There's nobody left. $1,000. So did you say $1,000 or $5,000? I wasn't listening. No, I thought she said. Didn't she say 1,000? 1,000. Sorry. $1,000. Anybody else? $1,000? $1,000? I don't think we're there yet, guys. You're not going to eat. $1,000, gentlemen. Thank you both very much. $1,000. $1,000. Thank you so much. $1,000. Any other $1,000? 1,000? Okay, $1,000. Okay, $500 provides summer camp for 2 weeks for one child while their parents retain their job. Who's in for $500? $500. Thank you, chef. $500. Thank you, assemblywoman. Thank you. $500. Anybody else? $500. Thank you. $500. Thank you so much. $500. $500. $500 is right here. Thank you. That was $500, right? Thank you. $500. There's some more 500s over here. $500. Were you raising your hand for 500? Oh, 1,000. Thank you. Oh, well, I get it now. I should pay attention. $500. Who's in for 500? 500. Any other 500s? Don't be bashful in the back. $500. Everybody should have one of these blinking things on by the time this is over. $500. Okay, $250 provides 3 group vocational training workshops. So $250, please. Who's in for $250? So you're allowed, this is important, listen up. You're allowed to bid twice. So like if you gave $10,000 already and you want to do another $2,500 or $250, okay, $250. Who's in for $250? $250? $250. Anybody 250? Come on, 250? 200, you're working. $250, anybody back here? I'll give you another glass of wine if you do 250. 2 glasses of wine. 250, anybody back here? 250, we're all at the same event, right? Oh, you did 25 already? Oh, I didn't see the blinking light. I didn't see the, okay, 250, any more? No? $100? Okay, now this one I want to talk to you about. I was thinking about this today. The next one is $100. If everybody in the room stands up for $100, right? That's not a lot. That's like 12 Starbucks coffees, right? If you stand up for $100, everybody in the room, that's $35,000. All right, so who's in with me for $100? Everybody stand up if you're willing to do another $100. $100. $100. Come on, everybody stand up. It's like it's nothing. Even if you donated. I can't believe you're eating while I'm talking. Just because you donated a lot of money. No. I could see you, otherwise I wouldn't pick on you. $100. Anybody else for $100? $100? We didn't.
We're over 200,000.
Are we really? Oh, I have great news. We're done, and we're over $200,000. Thank you all very, very much.
Wow. That's pretty amazing. It doesn't mean you have to stop giving, though. I'm just saying. Thank you, Gary. Thank you to all the wonderfully generous people here tonight. This concludes our program. Thank you all again for your tremendous support of tonight's event. Enjoy your evening, and I'll see you at some of the stations. Happy holidays, everyone.
So there doesn't have to be any countdown or anything like that. We'll kind of, guide you as, we're following the time. But when we get ready to end it, and then
Okay, so we don't have to do 15 minutes. We can just
we're just going to do this and be done.
Yep.
Just walk up.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll go ahead of you, and you just follow us.
Yeah. Okay. And so this is the conservatory, right?
We're going to get to the conservatory, so you're just going to kind of wave with the chefs. We can do like this quick, and we'll get it to the end.
Okay. And do you need to get the glasses of wine, or?
They're supposed to be doing that.
Okay. So I'll wait like a minute. Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Why don't you let them go by? Okay. Yeah, because I'm sure some people want to. Sure. Yeah. And then, so I'll see you over there. Okay. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Diana Alvear again, and what a program that was. I mean, we hit our goal. Everybody's so excited. But first, let's just talk about that survivor story. I think that her story really puts it in your heart why we do what we're doing tonight, why it's so important that everybody give and give generously. I heard somebody once say, give generously till it hurts, and that's really what has to happen tonight. You know that the auction is still going, those items are still up for bidding up until 9 p.m., and we need to do it for women like our survivor who really depend on us to help her break free from a situation that is life or death. So I just want to thank her for her courage, thank her for getting up there in front of 350 people and telling her story so personal. So now I want to walk you through the rest of the chateau, because this is what the folks here tonight are experiencing. Not only are they giving generously, they're going to eat and drink and be merry. So we're going to follow this group. We're going to go through the conservatory right over here. By the way, this chateau has been used as a filming location. In fact, somewhere around here is the pool where Cocoon was filmed, which was crazy. I love that movie. So come on in here. We're just going by a few people. And so we have some tastings over here if you want to follow me over here. So this is La Pergola. Thank you so much for being here tonight and giving so generously. And I just want to talk to the chef. Hi. So thank you so much for being here. Can you tell us your name and what you're doing here and why it's so important for you to do something like that?
My name is Yola Kaloshi. I'm the chef and owner at La Pergola, New Jersey. I made today a butternut squash ravioli. We made all our pastas home, so it's very delicious. You gotta try it.
Yeah, you can't smell it at home. There's no scratch and sniff television, but it smells amazing. And why this event? Why is this so important for you to take the night off, like the other chef said, to be here?
We have a lot of friends that support this, and they actually told us about it, and we're like, why not? This is a great cause, and we love being here and sharing our food and support to you guys.
What's the inspiration behind this dish? Come here and get a close-up of it. I mean, this just looks amazing.
I was actually thinking for the May, I usually make a pear ravioli, but for the fall, the butternut squash and the date sauce is just very homey and very, delicious for winter, so.
Well, it smells amazing. I'm going to have a little bit when I'm done here, but La Pergola, thank you so much for being here, supporting such a great event. And just one of many chefs here supporting this event tonight. I'll be back, I promise. And then you can come this way. I'm going to show you a little bit more. Okay, so I love this restaurant. I've been there before, H2O Raw Bar. I sat at the bar with my husband and we had oysters. This is the chef in action. Hi, I'm going to let you keep working, but I just want to ask you, what do we have here tonight?
So today we have a little farro with some shiitake mushrooms, tomatoes, a little bit of shrimp, and a honey chipotle demi-glaze. It's a little different. Flavors play really well together, so I hope you guys enjoy.
Oh, and I just want to say thank you, by the way, because I don't get a lot of date nights with my husband, but we went to your restaurant. We had a blast. Your bartender was fantastic. The food was delicious. Take a good look at what they've got here right now.
Hi, how are you?
What does it mean to you to be here tonight? Why is this important?
This organization is amazing. My wife actually volunteers. I actually used to manage the Park Avenue Club prior to opening up H2 Ocean, which Park Avenue Club is one of the charities is Jersey Battered Women. So we're really excited, and it's a great place to.
Well, thank you so much to both of you. I'll be back again. See what I mean? I mean, we've checked out the best of the best here. These chefs not only have incredible talent, but they also have big hearts. Let's keep walking this way. Hopefully I don't bump into too many people. And remember, you can give through GiveSmart app, okay? All right, let's walk this way and see maybe we can make our way through the crowd. Excuse me. Hi, excuse me. Oh, look, we've got wine here. Why don't we take a look at what we have? So this is AP Wine Imports. Of course, the wine goes along with the amazing food, and we've got lots of different things to try here. Hi, so I'm the roving reporter, and I want to talk to you about what you have here. So tell me who you are and what you've got.
My name's Peter Brunet. I'm one of the owners. These are all French wines. 3 of them from Burgundy.
Oh, wow. Okay, so if you could only try one, which one is your favorite?
The champagne. Why not?
I know, it's the best out in the world when you pop that cork. Why this event?
They've asked us to do this in the past, and we've always been willing to the good cause. So this is our second year doing this. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm so excited that we get to celebrate good food and wine the last 18 months. I mean, we're all tired of cooking, and we're all excited to get back out there. So for you, are you feeling hopeful right now?
Pardon me? Yes. As long as the variant doesn't spread too quickly, we should be fine. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you so much for doing this. And as you see, this is AP Wine Imports. All right, so let's keep going this way. We're almost done, but the giving is still going. Of course, that's what tonight is all about. I had to show you this room. This room is incredible. Come on in. So first of all, look at this. The luminarias, they go up the stairs with JBWS. Just an example of the care that was taken in decorating tonight. for tonight's event. Just gorgeous. This is the kind of ambiance that everybody is getting here tonight. It really just suits the beautiful mood here, the high energy, everybody giving generously. It's just been beautiful. And then we're going to walk down this way. I know there's some camera shy folks. Keep going. Hi. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Sorry you don't get away. We're right behind you. Because we're going to do a closing toast. Everything's amazing. And then I've been keeping my eye on this station. I know it's tequila. All right, just gonna put it out there. I love me some tequila. So let's see, who do we have here, and what do we have on the table?
My name is David. We have some tequilas from Mexico.
I mean, tell me a little bit.
Revel tequila. It's actually made using the methods of mezcal and tequila. So legally, this is not a tequila. It's called Avila. Where in mezcal, they smoke the piñas, and tequila, they steam the piñas before freezing it. That's what we have here. It's called Revel. We have a new brand. We launched about last year, and that's what we're showing tonight. This one is El Tequileño, which is a true tequila from the highlands of Jalisco. There's a Añejo, a Reposado Rare, and a Grand Reposado. And there's also a new expression from Tony Salas from Mexico.
Tell me a little bit about being at this event. What does this event mean for you to be able to participate in something where so many people are going to be helped?
Yeah, nothing prepared tonight. Obviously, the name's speak for themselves. It's a great charity event and helps a lot of people.
And my last question for you is, are you the kind of guy that just drinks like tequila straight, you just sip it, you feel all nice and warm? Or are we throwing salt on the rim and we're doing a margarita?
I sip it, I enjoy it, take my time, taste all the flavors, and picture myself on a beach in Mexico.
That never goes out of style. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Right here, I have the ladies of the evening that we started off with. And okay, this is why I love her, because she literally just handed me a glass of wine. And I've been fantasizing about this wine for a while. So first of all, okay, that survivor story, I talked about it when we got back on. You hear the strength it took for her to talk about this. Not a lot of survivors want to tell these stories, and certainly not to a room full of people. The strength that it took for her to do that, it really showed on your face, Diana, how affected you were by this. And you work with these survivors day in and out. So tell me, why? Why do you do this?
You know, you had talked about that not a lot of survivors want to tell their stories, but for some of them, that's the ultimate way that they're able to redefine what happened to them, is that they're able to tell their story for a purpose, and it becomes a ripple effect that someone else is going to benefit from it. And it's how you turn something that happened to you and you get your power back. And so for her, she was getting her power back, but still, it's just a humbling experience to hear her tell her story. I've heard it before, but it's still heartbreaking, but still inspiring at the same time.
Absolutely. I mean, the whole room, she was the only person who got a standing ovation, well deserved. And I saw something come over her after she was done and everybody clapped for her. It was like, you survived and you're going to thrive from here on out. And then there's this one, Kelly, who's like, making sales happen left and right. I mean, that's why you are who you are. But clearly you're driven by so much more than just, making sure that they meet their goal. Why is it so personal for you?
I just think it's such a great cause. I've been involved in this for years, and I had an employee early on in my Verizon career who was a victim of domestic violence, and I helped her escape and get out of that situation. And I remember just being so scared and had this terrible feeling in my gut, knowing at 3 a.m. she was going to pack her kids up and leave. And I wasn't even in that situation, but it was so real to me. And ever since then, I've just really been able to relate to that and try to say, how do we do that for other people? How do we get them safe? And Diana, thank you so much for being here, for hosting. I know that you've got small children at home, and you're here to do this with us, so we really appreciate it. And congratulations for all of you. You can continue to participate in the silent auction and fund the mission until 9 p.m. program. So please continue to do that. And we just really want to raise a toast to this great cause. And thank you for being here. And thank you. We've got 3 strong women here to represent the cause. So thank you so much.
Well, how can I resist? Tonight has been incredible. I want to thank you for having me be a part of it. We're all personally affected by this. I am too. And, you know, it's a privilege to be together in love and joy and hope. It really does feel like a tremendous night. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for having me too.
Cheers.
Cheers. You're going to take a sip? Yeah. To all of you at home, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for giving generously. Thank you so much for being with us. It takes all of us to make this happen. And I want to wish you a good night, a safe night. Stay connected to your loved ones, and thank you.
Wow, what an amazing experience this has been. A huge thank you to our amazing on-the-scene reporter for bringing grand tastings into the homes of our supporters near and far. And thank you to each and every one who made the magic of tonight's success happen. We hope that you've enjoyed this very special presentation of Grand Tastings 27 and are so grateful that you chose to spend your time with us this evening. The auction will be open until 9 p.m. Eastern Time today, November 29th, so feel free to continue bidding and browsing. I know I will. For our virtual participants, please see the GiveSmart site for instructions on how to claim your winnings. I'm happy to let you know that although the auction will be closing at 9 p.m. this evening, you can continue to make donations on the GiveSmart site through the end of this week. Your support means the world to JBWS. You are helping to save lives. We know that 1 in 4 women, 1 in 3 teens, and 1 in 7 men will be victims of domestic violence at some point in their lives. Unfortunately, most people know someone who's been a victim, and maybe you do too. Through your participation in Grand Tastings, you are helping victims become survivors. Thank you. We just cannot do this work without you.
Even as the hands are shaking, even your faith is broken, and even as the eyes are closing, don't we with a heart wide open, wide? Say what you need to say, say what you need to say. Say what you need to say, 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 say what you need to, say what you need to, say what you need to say, say what you need to say, say what you need to say, say what you need to say. Say what you need to say, say what you need to say, say what you need to say, say what you need to say.